What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the new upcoming stimulus packages, as well as what is going on in the world today. In this video, we're going to talk about the new upcoming stimulus packages, as well as the new upcoming stimulus check, as well as Medicare expansions, Social Security expansions, and more. We got a lot to cover here today, so don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. It really helps out our channel. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates on the upcoming stimulus packages. President Biden has sent out a new letter from the IRS about the third stimulus check, which is actually confusing some people and also prompting critics to say that, quote, he's acting like former President Donald Trump. The White House has taken a page from its predecessor, former President Donald Trump, and decided to use the power of the office to remind Americans by direct mail that it shares responsibility for giving them money. In the coming weeks, tens of millions of Americans who received a third round of stimulus checks, thanks to the Democrats' American Rescue Plan, will be reminded of the fact in a letter from President Joe Biden, upsetting critics who also blasted the last president for promoting himself with taxpayer money because it costs money to send these letters out. Sent via the IRS, recipients of the Biden letter will be relieved to find out it's not a request for back taxes, but a boast of promises made and kept. Quote, a key part of the American Rescue Plan is the direct payments of $1,400 per person for most American households, Biden wrote in a letter obtained by the Insider. This fulfills a promise I made to you and will help get Americans through this crisis. The letter also details other parts of the $1.9 trillion stimulus measure passed by the Democrats' vote in March. Remember, not a single Republican voted for the third stimulus check package, some of which, quote, will help you as well. Among them, aid for small businesses, an expanded child tax credit for families that the IRS is going to pay out with monthly stimulus checks starting in July of $250 to $300 per month per child, and resources to reopen schools safely. The letter also reminds people that if you're missing any of the stimulus checks, especially 1 and 2, you can file a 2020 tax return to give the IRS your information and to claim the money owed to you, the stimulus money owed to you. Remember, you file it on line 30 how much is owed to you from stimulus checks number 1 and number 2. Stimulus check number 3, if you haven't received it, is for 2021. So you can't really file a 2020 tax return for that, although you could it could help in your stimulus check if they don't have your information for whatever reason. Filing a tax return is the best way to give the IRS your information. Regarding the child tax credits, aka the $250 to $300 monthly stimulus checks that the IRS is going to start sending out in July, they're setting up a portal that is going to be available here probably within the next month or so. And you can go onto that portal. Apparently, this is how they want it to work. I'll keep you updated on if this actually happens. As you know, the IRS is extremely far behind. And you might be able to update your information on there for the child tax credits or the monthly child stimulus checks, as well as if you had a new baby in the family for 2021, you can file that through this new online portal. If you had a new baby in 2020, you should file a tax return, and then you actually could get the stimulus checks for them for the new baby for stimulus check number 1 and number 2. Congratulations if you did, but you got to tell the IRS about it by filing a 2020 tax return in that case. New information is out that the President Biden's third stimulus check package actually delivered a bigger tax cut to lower income Americans than the 2017 Republican, also known as the Trump tax cut reforms, a new report shows. While President Biden and congressional Democrats are readying their plan to hike income taxes on the wealthy and also the corporate tax rate, a new government report shows that the $1.9 trillion third stimulus check package actually slashed taxes for lower and moderate income Americans for this year. Taxpayers earning less than $75,000 annually will actually pay no tax on average in 2021, thanks to a multitude of provisions in the American Rescue Plan, which Biden signed into law last month. Instead, lower income Americans can expect to receive hefty refunds though of course that will vary depending on each individual's finances. Those with incomes between $75,000 and $100,000 a year will pay only an average tax rate of 1.8%, according to the Joint Committee on Taxation, a new partisan group that assists Congress with tax legislation. This is a far bigger tax cut for Americans on the lower and middle rungs of the income ladder than the reductions contained by the Republicans' Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, also known as the Trump tax cut. However, an important thing to keep in mind is most of the tax breaks in the third stimulus check package are one time tax breaks and only last for a year or two. The key to remember is that it's only temporary. Your tax rate was reduced by several different things. Number one, the third stimulus check, which is technically a advance on your taxes. You don't pay any tax on the money. It's basically a free refund, basically. So a family of four would get $5,600. So if you were to pay $5,000 but get a refund back of $5,600, you're still basically negative $600 that you paid to the government, aka you got more back than you paid. In addition to that, there's also the child income tax credits or the child tax credits. Remember, there's a new provision in this third stimulus check package that you don't actually need to have earned income for the child tax credits for 2021. This will pay $3,000 for children 6 through 17 and $3,600, $3,600 for children under the age of 6. And the IRS is setting up a monthly payment plan right now to pay you $250 per child for children over the age of 6 and $300 per child for children under the age of 6 for this the second half of the year, July through December. The additional money from the first half of this year will be paid to you in your 2021 taxes when you file that. You will get an additional one lump sum of $1,500 per child for children over the age of 6 and $1,800 per child after under the age of 6. Okay, and in addition to this, the Democrats are likely to increase this for more than just 1 year, all the way until possibly 2025 in this next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, which is the second half of the stimulus package. So it's very likely, if and when that happens, that the monthly payments will just continue on into 2022, and you'll get the full monthly payments every year until your children are over the age of 18 or until the tax credits expire, which is likely going to be 2025 or even later. Another tax break is the earned income tax for adults. The package also enhances the earned income tax credit for workers without children by nearly tripling the maximum credit and extending eligibility to more people. This is the largest expansion of the earned income tax credit since 2009. So this can be for single people or married people without children. I get people saying that a lot of times. You can actually get up to $6,600 from this earned income tax credit. You can actually get, up to $6,600. I have a link for you down below if you want to check that out. Remember, there's the child tax credits. You don't need any income for that, even though it's called the child earned income tax credits. And they also have the adult tax credits. So there's one for each of you. So or a link down below to the earned income tax credit for adults without children. If you want to check that out, again, you could get up to $6,600 just by simply claiming that on a tax return. A new study is out that despite stimulus, the U.S. poverty rate actually reaches its highest level since the start of the pandemic in February. And this basically says that the need for more and more stimulus to continue going forward will only help America's poorest residents come out of the poverty level. This is one of the reasons why the Democrats, who are likely going to pass this next stimulus package completely on their own without Republican support, so they don't really need to negotiate with the Republicans, why they want to include actually monthly stimulus checks, including this bill here from the Senate, Ed Markey and Senators Elizabeth Warren, for $2,000 monthly stimulus checks that would go until the pandemic is over, which would be at least 6 $2,000 monthly stimulus checks or $12,000. And then the bill from the U.S. House of Representatives, led by Representative Rashida Tlaib and Representative Jayapal, for a one-time $2,000 stimulus check followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would go until 1 year after the pandemic. That would likely be at least 18 payments of $1,000 stimulus checks. Now, the general rule of thumb for this is if you got the first, second, or third stimulus check, you would likely receive these stimulus checks as well. This third stimulus check was completely negotiated by the Democrats. There's the one who set the income limits and everything like that. So it's very likely that the fourth stimulus check will maintain those same income limits. Worst case scenario, if we do see these monthly recurring stimulus payments, either the $1,000 or the $2,000, is that we could see a reduction of the income limits, maybe a little bit more, if they do go ahead with these monthly stimulus checks that continue until the pandemic is over or even possibly longer. Now, remember, that's different than the monthly stimulus checks that are going to be out for the child tax credits. That is $3,000 to $3,600. This is already passed from the third stimulus check package. It's only for 1 year. They're likely going to extend this for more years in the next stimulus package that they're working on right now. The call for is to also have a fourth stimulus check and include monthly stimulus payments as well for everybody else, not just people with children. Another bill that we got introduced here within the last few days that could be included in this next infrastructure package is a $25,000 first time homebuyer grant. You can actually qualify for this even if you've owned a home before, based on several different rules that are actually still being negotiated and could be included in this next package. If a recently introduced first time homebuyer legislation were to be enacted as it is currently written, about 4.3 million people, roughly 10% of the nation's renters, could be eligible for up to $25,000 in down payment assistance. The Down Payment Toward Equity Act would allow first time homebuyers, defined as those who have not owned a home in the prior 3 years. So, actually, could be if you owned a home, but just not for the last 3 years, you could also qualify for this too. And who are also first generation home buyers. I don't know how they're going to prove that. That might have to get thrown out in the negotiations. To receive up to $25,000 in down payment assistance directly at closing. So, this is actually better than a tax credit, and you could actually receive $25,000 towards your down payment right at closing, which would be absolutely amazing. Eligible participants would receive a baseline of $20,000 towards closing. And then, if you are in a quote, socially and economically disadvantaged group, you would receive an extra $5,000 for $25,000 total. The program also limits the assistance to those who earn less than 120% of the area median income. So again, this $25,000 home buyer credit, they say it's a first time home buyer credit, but as you just seen there in the wording, it's not only for first time home buyers. As long as you haven't owned a home within 3 years, you could get a $25,000 credit. We could potentially see this in the next bill. We also could potentially see this student loan debt forgiveness. Although I think that's going to be done through an executive order. I also think that that is going to kind of push, as we probably are going to see $10,000 or more of student loan debt forgiveness. After that happens, I've seen a lot of your guys' comments saying, what about me? I already paid off my student loans. Or what about me if I don't have student loans? Well, first of all, there's all these additional programs that we've been discussing on the channel. I think there's about 15 different stimulus programs that they're currently negotiating on and talking about to be included in this next American Families Plan, which is basically going to be entirely stimulus and social items, which are basically programs for the people, which is somewhat considered stimulus, depending on each program how you might consider it, which really doesn't matter. But there's a lot of push, and some people say even I may have started this. But after they do the $10,000 or more of student loan debt forgiveness, I think there's going to be a massive push about, well, what about the people who didn't get that? Okay. And I think we're going to see a big push after that, after they pass the student loan debt forgiveness, for other types of debt forgiveness. Could we see mortgage debt forgiveness for the same amount? Say they do $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness. Could they also erase $10,000 of your mortgage debt? Well, they're doing a $25,000 home buyer credit. What about for people who already own a home? Could they do $10,000 or $25,000 of forgiveness or credit there. The government actually owns the majority of home mortgages on the back end through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac government programs. So they could simply wipe that debt away, part of it, simply through signing a presidential executive order, the same way they want to do student loan debt. They also could do the same thing for IRS or tax debt. Again, money owed to the government, they don't have to print any money to do it. They literally can sign it through a presidential executive order. And I think we're going to see a lot more push like programs like this. And then we also could see programs like credit card debt forgiveness or medical debt forgiveness. Those are debts that plague Americans for years and years and decades. And if you see, that's the common theme when they talk about the home buyer credit and the student loan debt forgiveness is how long it plagues the American people. And we know that credit card debt forgiveness literally plagues people for their whole lives. They can do this through a stimulus package. Now, I know that the government doesn't own the majority of credit card debt, so they could simply add this into one of the credit card or one of the stimulus packages. I don't think we'll see it in the next one, but possibly the one after that. And yes, the Democrats are already talking about another stimulus package after the fourth stimulus check package. So believe it or not, remember President Biden literally just came into office a couple months ago. They're just getting started. Former President Donald Trump passed 5 packages underneath him in less than a year. Okay, President Biden is only passed one. So I know that Republicans kind of get all worked up about the national debt now all of a sudden that President Biden has passed one package. But former President Donald Trump passed 5 packages. Democrats don't seem to care about the national debt at this point. So it's mostly a Republican thing. When you talk to or hear from Republicans, they're worried about the national debt. But remember, former President Donald Trump passed 5 different stimulus packages. And the first one alone was a $2.2 trillion. President Biden's third stimulus check package was only $1.9 trillion. So I honestly think that the Biden administration is just gearing up and just getting started. Remember, they've only been in office a few months. They've already passed the third stimulus check package. They're now working on this next package, which is kind of twofold: the physical infrastructure part, and then the second part, which is mostly stimulus related, the American Families Plan. So I really think that there's a lot more on the horizon. As I just did that recent video with the 15 different stimulus items that they're and stimulus programs that they're working on right now. I'll link you to that here in a second. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates of our show. We talk about different stimulus provisions and programs in different videos, so don't miss an episode. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After subscribing, click the bell icon that appears next to the subscribe button down below. Click it to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live with new videos. Remember, the 11 p.m. video Eastern Time will be our next video tonight. You won't get a bell notification for that, only the first 3 videos of the day. You just got to remember to show up at the 11 p.m. Eastern Time video. This video is about the 15 different stimulus programs and items they're talking about including in this next package right now. And this video is about the Social Security and SSI increases that they're also talking about right now, monthly increases. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.